them some more health. You need to give them some help in trying to do so. 995 and almost 1000 manpower for our P player, and the two Panthers are on the field. Our US player is gonna be able to spot them real quickly because his nearby riflemen were capping the medium fuel point to the north of the map. He does not make a move towards them with his riflemen, which leads me to believe that he does not have sticky bombs researched, something which may prove really deadly for his tanks, because if those Panthers are not slowed down in any way, they're gonna be killing not only the Sherman that just happened, but also the M10s. However, I was wrong. The sticky bombs have been upgraded. One of them was used on one of the Panthers. The other one, however, is still good to go. M10s making their way towards those two Panthers, trying to focus fire one of them. One of the M10s does go down. Defensive veterancy upgraded for those Panthers. Of course, the P grenades can do nothing about those M10s. None of them have Panther Strike. However, it may be the case that the Panthers alone are enough to take on those M10s. At least two of the M10s. The other one is pretty down, pretty low on health. One of the Panther has gone down. Artillery strike on the nearby Panther, as well as the MP44 equipped P grants. Is it gonna be effective? No. The Panther moves out, takes a shot on the M10. The M10 goes down. Veterans level 2 given to defensive. Both the levels given to defensive for the Panther. Single M10 trying to take on the Panther. Of course, there's the possibility of the M10 circle strafing the Panther, but it's not gonna be that easy to do. And we just witnessed the M10 going down as well. Kind of a rash move there by our US player. He could have kept that M10 in the back and waited for one more at least in order to, and then move in. I don't think he believed that single M10 was enough. As we witnessed, the P player even researched anti-tank grenades, which are going to be are going to give him the edge in the Panther versus M10 battles, I guess. One of the changes affecting the 80 grenades is that they now explode on impact against a vehicle, meaning that targeting them has been made kind of easier for the P players. Panther still alive and fully repaired at defensive veterans level 2, and some riflemen taking cover in the booby-trapped building. If the American player does not pay attention, no, he did actually pay attention. Those two riflemen retreat. Actually, one remaining, and yes, he does go down. And this is, I would say, GG for the American player. He has lost 3 rifleman squads. His infantry can do nothing against those vetted G43s and vetted MP44s. Even offensive veterancy on the MP44s. That's gonna hurt. And the single M10 is not gonna be enough to take on a 2-level defensive Panther. So yeah, from this point onwards, it's gonna be just painful to watch, I would say. But we did witness some of the changes in the P play. G43s are kind of much better than they used to be in the 2.601 retail version of the game. They can now stand their ground against bars, and of course, provided that you keep them on long range and at long range and healthy, they're just gonna do just fine against those barred riflemen. And of course, I guess your answer, the P player's answer to the armor of the American player, was the Panther Battlegroup. The Panther Battlegroup, however, does require quite a lot of upgrades in order to be, available. And even if you get it, the ability to call them in, you still have to save up 1,000 manpower, which may not be so easy in most cases. But as we saw here, I would say that the pressure put on by the American player was not really that great. The fact that he lost his second engineer rather early, the one that was upgraded with flamers, kind of significantly limited his ability to take on the bigger end squads. Because truth be told, barred riflemen are good against them, but you need that extra edge that some flamers give you. So what happened then was that the American riflemen lost most of the battles against the Pigrans. Of course, the Pigrans were helped by not only their veterancy that kind of seemed to stack up after a while, but also by the fact that the nearby light AT half-track, as well as the Puma, made it rather deadly for the riflemen to close in on those G43s and fight them at close range, at close range, at which they are effective. And anyway, we even have some off-map combat group being used by the American player, but it was not enough in order to destroy the defensive veterancy level 3 Panther. Oh yes, and by the way, I forgot to mention that even though a Sherman, an M4 Sherman and two M10s might seem enough to deal with two Panthers, the lack of early sticky bombs on the Panthers, as well as an AT gun, proved more than enough for the Panthers to take on those M10s and the M4 Sherman, as well as the lack of mines. But you could not possibly have predicted everything that would be needed, and I'm not giving the American player any flack for it. I do give, however, the P player props for playing a rather solid game throughout. His opening was kind of strong. The incorporation of some early vehicles into his play, or her play, was proved quite fruitful. Did put the pressure on those riflemen, even though the bars didn't help that much in that equation. And all in all, I think that the American player would have been better off getting a fast M8 rather than getting bars. Lone M10 trying to take on that Panther doesn't seem to be that successful, and is going to go down to the Panther once again. Six tank kills for the Panther. That's why it does have that veterans level 3, and we even had a Hamel on the field that opened fire into the American player's base, even destroying the remaining riflemen and/or rangers. And I guess that is all. Lots of veterancy for the P player's infantry. Not much infantry left for the American player. 3 rifleman squads going down in the course of this game, and just witnessed what G43 can do for you. Maybe it's time once again to go just for the fast M8 against the P players, and give even some love to the weapon support center. As we all know, snipers can be quite annoying for a P player, although the combination of some Claude Kettins and some armored cars can take care of a sniper It's not always going to be that easy because nearby mines, riflemen, sticky bombs, etc., etc., can destroy the armor guard and or the catapult. Anyway, it was a good peek at what the American versus PE matchup looks like in this revision of the bats, and I guess PE players can rely on their G43s once again to take the edge on the American riflemen. We'll have to wait and see. And of course, we did not witness if strafing run is as effective as it was in the retail version of the game against the P, but maybe we will in some other time. Maybe we won't, because the tournament is 1 week away, so we'll find out how things play out in that tournament, and we'll see what the faction usage is going to be, how many players going to pick, their US breeds, even P, etc., etc. It's then in next week, so I guess we all look forward to it. I even gonna take part. Yeah, about that. Or maybe I will withdraw the last second just because I got cold feet. That would be a great thing to do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this cast and the game, of course, and I'll be seeing you shortly. RUKAclAikaz out.